My sons are no more. Lehigh, it really bugs me when you kill the kids. right? And we perish in the wilderness. Because of you, we've lost everything. And we're going to die. We've left Jerusalem. Because of you, we're bankrupt. We've lost everything. And we're going to perish in the wilderness. And my sons are no more, right? And thou art a visionary man. Those are... Do you see what he does here? He addresses every one of her issues. You see that in here? Whoops, I went backwards, didn't I am a visionary man, right? And now he's talking on a spiritual level, right? Because she's talking on a derogatory level, right? Attacking character. He addresses that. For have I not seen the things of God in a vision, I should not have known the goodness of God. We would have stayed in Jerusalem. Had we stayed in Jerusalem, what would have happened? We would have been killed. She says, you caused that we've left Jerusalem, you understand? We're going to perish in the wilderness. No, I've obtained a land of promise. Our sons are dead. No, our sons are going to be... Okay, how does it make you feel when someone addresses every one of your issues, rather than, what do we do oftentimes? I do it all the time. Right? I'm thinking ahead of time. When Lizzie's accusing me of things, I'm thinking ahead of time how to answer her. I'm not listening on how to address. I'm thinking of how I'm going to respond. You do this? You understand what he does? He does not take offense to that. He does not attack and say, oh yeah, but rather he addresses every one of her issues. How important is it to have every one of your issues addressed? It's important, isn't it? Rather than just a person, oh yeah, but, and they go into their issues.
Yeah, she knew he had listened to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if he didn't hit them all, she
Yep.
knew he had really...
Oh, he hit every one of them.
But I mean, even if he, like most people wouldn't, but,
Right.
but just to know that he had really listened to them.
Exactly. That is really important. That even if you think the person's issues are just way, at the end of the world and way off, to still address them. And that he's not being defensive, he's empathetic. He's showing empathy, please.
Sometimes we listen to reply
Yes.
instead of listening to understand.
Yeah, there you go. That's well said. Yeah, good. Notice this also, he says, for I am a visionary, for I should not have, I have obtained, I do rejoice. Use and avoid words. Use I words. Don't use you words. I words are like, I feel badly about because. You words are, you make me so, why don't you ever, you never. You words are really inflammatory words. You. I words are, I feel badly about you doing because. Does that make sense? It's less accusatory, does that make sense? You words are really inflammatory. You never, you don't, you never, you why don't you ever, you make me so. Avoid you words. You never, you always, why don't you ever, you make me so. You are so. Okay, let's end. I've already said that. Well, your issues, go to one another. Discuss your issues with one another. Don't go around sharing them with. You understand? Because oftentimes we speak from our perspective, right? Not from their perspective. And many times we may poison others' feelings towards that person. The gift of communicating one with another is a gift of God, just as much as a gift of prophecy, of discerning spirits, of tongues, or any other gifts. Though sight, taste, speech are so generally bestowed that they are not considered in the same rank as light as the gifts mentioned in the gospel. He says the gift of communication is a spiritual gift.